Today's financial advice is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth. Chris McGee, Managing Partner in Endeavor Private Wealth, is joining us for our weekly segment on investing. Chris, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Of course. And Chris, so I was speaking with a friend who recently came back from a trip to Vegas, lucky guy. He was there with his wife for a conference in a little R&R. And one evening, he wanted to try his luck at the gaming tables, of course. I mean, that's what I would do. His wife is not a gambler of any sorts and was against the idea, but gave him $50 to go and bet while she went, one of the shows. So it sounded like a good time so far.
Yeah, and you're going to tell us what happened. Right?
Yeah. Okay, so my friend, he told me he went on the biggest winning streak he ever experienced. He couldn't lose. He was hot. And before he knew it, he'd won more than $3,000. And then later that evening, back in their room, his wife asked him how he did. He told her, "I lost $50.
Funny story, but it sounds like a classic case of mental accounting.
So what is that?
Mental accounting is a behavioral tendency of placing different values on money that leads to irrational financial decision making. Money is fungible, it's interchangeable, it has no labels restricting it on what you spend it on. But a dollar is still a dollar, whether it comes to you in the form of a wage, salary, or a windfall experienced like your friend with a hot hand at the gaming table. However, it appears he wouldn't quite see it that way. He considered his winnings to be house money, and that instead of pocketing the money, perhaps using it to pay for their trip or other expenses, or saving it, he figured he could get more aggressive and keep taking on more risk and trying to win more.
I definitely understand the mentality, and then his luck turned.
And that's why the casinos have all the money. But more importantly, can you imagine if your friend treated $3,000 from his paycheck in such a cavalier manner? I'm sure his wife would not approve.
No, I can assure you she would not. Hey, what are some of the other examples of the mental accounts people create like that?
Tax refunds, year-end bonuses, inheritance, or lottery winnings.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Even can be treated very different than their salaries, savings, and long-term investment. The former are often considered found money, and money people don't expect, although they should expect it if it's from a tax refund or a bonus as part of their compensation package. But when they receive this money, they have the tendency to spend it more extravagantly than they would if it was just regular income or savings.
And I understand that. I do it myself. And are there other examples of this kind of thing?
Another classic example is how investors may think about two different stocks, let's say each with the same value of $50 a share. But the investor who bought stock A for $25 a share, he would have a gain of $25 per share in that stock. Then if he bought stock B for $75, now that stock he's got a loss of $25 a share in. But if he had to sell one of the shares of stock to raise some money for expenses, there's a pretty good chance he would sell stock A. His winning stock, his stock that's performed well, instead of stock B, his stock that he's down on or losing on. This phenomenon of selling your winners and holding on to your losers has been studied by behavioral economists who believe that people prefer to take credit for their good decisions while assigning their bad decisions a different mental accounting and hoping that the investment will recover so they don't have to admit that they were wrong.
The games money can play on people's minds. And what advice do you have for dealing with mental accounting then?
A trusted financial advisor can help with mental accounting tendencies and develop a plan to safeguard, to prudently save, budget, manage, and spend their money.
There you go, a little extra eye right there. Thank you, Chris, so much. We always appreciate your time. And to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit EndeavorPW.com.